And the best thing you can do for anybody you love and care about is think good things about them, including yourself. Because if you've got groups of people all thinking bad things about everybody, like you get groups in society that get ostracised either because of their shape or because of their colour or whatever, and then you get whole groups of people all thinking one thing, you get problems then because people's vibrations are just being lowered all the time and the people are feeling it. And then they say, that group's always aggressive. And you think, well, yeah, I wonder why. Because something in them is responding to what they're picking up. And there are far greater reasons for all this perceived trouble in the world as well. Nothing is actually the way it seems. Hardly anything is ever the way it seems. But we expect in our human physical form to understand the whole picture, and if we don't, and if people can't explain it to us, we think, well, then it can't be right. Why can't it? We are aspects of God in a body. We are not the whole thing. How could we possibly expect to be consciously aware and understand absolutely everything in human physical form? We are here to have our experience. But this planet is amazing, because it facilitates the journey of every soul that comes onto it. And we are not meant to judge it. Because when we judge, the problem with judgment, people keep saying, oh, you know, you shouldn't judge or whatever. And when you say about like how you think and feel about yourself, does it matter? Yeah, well, after what I've said, I'll leave you to think about that and decide for yourself. Because how you feel matters, but it's really important you care about how you feel. Nobody else can make you care. But judgment of yourself or anyone else actually brings about disconnect. It causes and fuels separation. It drains the energy of the person who is judging. Also, somebody can say, I'm a very spiritual person, but I don't like what they're doing, and they shouldn't be treating that person like that, they shouldn't be doing it. When they're doing that, and when people are doing this, what we're actually saying is, that's not of God, and that's not of God. This is really good, because this is obviously of God, but that isn't. There isn't anything on this planet that isn't of God. And when you say that, you're fueling separation. Love and acceptance really is the answer to everything. We don't have to understand it. We're not being called upon to understand everybody's journey. We're just being asked, don't judge, stand back please, let them get on with what they came here for, and you get on with yours. Anybody who's ever heard Abraham, I do like them. I've only heard of them recently, but I do like them very much. Esther Hicks said recently, the problem with man is they're too busy putting their nose into everybody else's business. Absolutely. Seriously. It's no use looking out there, solve it in here. Because you think of the whole planet, yeah, the whole planet, but we're also a mini universe all on our own. And if you hurt your foot, the whole body feels it. What we do and what we give out energetically, one way or another, the whole planet eventually is affected by it. Just because we're not consciously aware of it doesn't mean it's not happening. People say no change, or this isn't working, or that isn't working. I just think, are you basing it on what you see or don't see? Because we don't have to be aware of something for it to work. But with the judgment thing, which is a really big deal, there's a couple of things I want to tell you about that. I see the energies that go out when people judge. We form opinions, we make decisions, we make choices. There's nothing wrong in that. We do that, we're meant to. We're here to choose what feels good, what doesn't feel good, what we want, what we don't want. And it's okay to acknowledge what we do and don't want. And it's really important what we want, not what somebody else thinks we should have, or what we think they would want us to want. You know? The thing is, when we judge, I see white energy cords going out from the person who is judging, going to the person they are judging. And it goes out as a really fast, rapid, white light cord energy that hooks into somebody else's energy field. Ultimately, the end result of these things is it keeps you connected to that story and that person. It drains your energy because that's actually your energy that's gone out. And over a period of time, it leads to stagnation on your own part. It's not doing the other person any good, but it leads to stagnation. So, you know, it's like, really, stand back. What I do as I keep saying, I'm still in human form. I get both lives, both worlds, this world and that. And when I do that sometimes, and I notice myself doing it, thankfully I pick up on it pretty quick, and I just draw my energy back, and it comes back fast. Because it's my energy, it's not anybody else's. But I don't wish to deplete myself, and I certainly don't wish to fuel disconnection, because I know I'm about the opposite. I'm supposed to be sort of trying to help people reconnect, but I wouldn't want to do that anyway, because it doesn't feel good to me. So, people talk about healing as well. I just want to put something out there where healing's concerned. People say, oh, well, this is healing, that's healing. And I'd like to be, or I'd acknowledge what you already do and acknowledge what you can already do. Smiling and giving somebody time. They are two immensely healing things. Really. When we smile or give somebody time, we are saying, like, that we see you, you matter, you are of value, and we're also acknowledging another part of us. Because that is another part of us. One of the reasons we're in this life is to see ourselves. Because there's just one energy, one consciousness, one being. This is like one person in this room, and we're all different parts of it. But we get to experience ourselves through being here, through others. So value that and acknowledge it. And when you smile at someone as well, the other thing you do, when you make somebody feel good, which is what I was doing with myself when I walked in here with the mic and everything else, I was allowing my own vibrations to lift and not be held down by being worried or concerned about things. If you smile, you also allow your vibrations to lift. You smile at other people, it helps their vibrations lift. Their energies start to move. And the thing about your vibrations lifting is your vibrations have to lift in order for you to connect consciously in this world with who and what you are. It is part of the waking up process. You will rarely ever find somebody who's fully consciously awake who is in a very miserable state. Or if they're in it, they're not going to stay there long. It's okay to feel how you feel, but people don't stay there long. Because our natural state, we bounce back up. Our natural state is joy and bliss. And we start to get that. I mean, sometimes, one of my recent pictures for the public thing couldn't go out because I looked too happy. It's true, I was laughing too much. But, I get that. And I think, well, yeah, great, good. Because I know what I connect to. And it makes me feel good. So, smiling is a good thing. So if you feel able to, with what I've said, could you please just look at each other and smile and look around the room seriously and mean it? Because it makes you feel better, really. And also be aware you're looking at you. One of the things that helps me do my talks, I spoke about the fear, I didn't tell you what helped me. What helped me is I love who and what we are. And one of the things I think before I come in is like, I'm just going to see more of who and what I am reflected back at me and see more of God, more of Source. And I love it because I love who and what all of you are. But I don't sort of say too much at times because I know some people just haven't got it yet. And it's like, oh, no, I'm not that nice. No, I couldn't. And I think, never mind. You don't have to get it, but until, I see it for it. So, there is that. And I want to just share two other things with you. One, when I said about focus on the things you do want, not the things you don't want. There was a story I heard recently about a man who went into a darkened room, and in the darkened room there was a lion. Any of you heard this story? Oh, good. And he went into this room and there was a lion there. That lion was dying. So he thought, and the lion said, feed me. And the man felt really sorry for him. Being a naturally compassionate being, as we actually are in our main state, that's why it's like, don't judge yourself. You're already a loving being. People say, oh, I want to love, I want to be caring. You already are, you're just not necessarily aware of it at the moment. But that's you. You could not be. So this lion, he fed the lion. And then this went on for a while, and the lion kept saying he needed more food. And he said, I have much wisdom, please feed me. In the end, the man kept feeding him. He came in one day, and the lion was fit and well and stood up. He said, thank you, I'm well. And the man said, oh, great, my name's John, what's yours? And the lion said, belief, and killed the man. He ate him. He ate his head, actually, but I didn't want to say that, but still. He killed him. The thing is, the story of that makes a lot of sense. It's don't fuel belief in the darkness, which is why I don't watch the news. It's not because I don't care. I care very much. But I know me watching it actively is not going to help it. That's going to fuel what's going on. I would rather focus on what I would like for people if it's right for their highest good. If you want peace, I'll focus on peace. I'm not going to focus on, oh, don't let them do this. Don't stop people doing that. Stop people doing this. Because you don't know what they chose. You don't know what their journey was. You don't know what their story was. Stand back. Because if you keep judging, you'll make it worse. And that will bring in more of what you say you don't want. So that being the case, I just want to ask, would you be happy to do a little meditation to release some of these judgments? Because we all do it. Okay? Right, so I'll just spend a few moments with this. If you'd all close your eyes, please. Okay. And now just imagine yourselves in a ball of golden light. And as you imagine yourselves in a ball of golden light, you may feel beings around you. You may feel energies touching your arms. You may feel angelic beings with a hand on each shoulder. Don't worry if you're not aware of them, but they do come forward whenever I work. So if you do feel them, don't be overly concerned. They come forward to help you remain anchored. Also, just consciously let your own consciousness drift down your legs and allow your own spiritual roots to go down from your feet. So they go down your legs and from your feet. And just allow yourself to start to feel a connection with the earth's energies. And allow it to go deeper and deeper and deeper into the center of the earth through the many, many layers of the ground. And as you do that and you feel that connection, be aware some people may feel one foot and then the other. Sometimes people get both feet together. It doesn't matter. Just allow yourself to connect to that energy and feel that pull. And just see what's in the center of the earth for you. People get different things. Some people get golden light, some people get crystals. It doesn't matter. But whatever you get, so long as it feels good and you like it, draw that energy in. Draw that energy up now and bring it up through your roots. And as it comes up through your roots, just let it come up through your whole body. All the way, let your body fill up with this light and with this energy. Whether it be rose crystals or whether it be golden light, whatever it is, that's the right thing for you at the moment. And as you do that, be aware your body's going to continue filling up with this light. And there's also specks of silver and bright lights going around your body too, and they're activating around your energy field. And as this is happening, be aware of a really pink light starting to come around you now. And as it does, ask to be made aware of the judgments. And what you'll probably feel are like loads of energies pulling on you. Loads of energies coming out from you, pulling on you. You may even see a stage in front of you, which often shows up. And if it is showing up, it'll be a very brightly lit stage. Because these things are not meant to be overlooked. It's just that we don't give them time and attention on a conscious level. And if you do get a stage there, you may have other people on it. But whatever is on there, these are the big things at the moment that would be the things that you would need to release judgments on for your own highest good. That's why they'd be showing there. They can be people, they can be situations, emotions, whatever. But something, whatever it is that's starting to show up there, allow yourself to connect to it briefly. And just imagine, like these lights, just imagine what I actually see. See white cords going out from you and imagine them connecting with all of these beings on the stage. And then just sit there and say to yourself, and will it, and just send that thought out and say, I reclaim my own energy now. That is rightfully mine. I reclaim my own energy now. That is rightfully mine for my own highest good. Knowing it will also be right and the highest good of all those involved. And as these energies are released, they will come back rapidly. They are your own energies returning. So just breathe in and out and consciously do this. Take a deep breath and release your own resistance to accepting your own energy back. Because sometimes we have amazing resistance to accepting our own things back. But these things help you. Because it's like part of our own energy field that was missing, or that had gone somewhere else it wasn't meant to be. Okay. So as you breathe in, and then you release it, and just let it settle. And then just let the stage fade, and just send out a thought of thank you. Because those energies and the ones that presented there didn't have to present, because there would have been an agreement from them too. Send out thanks. And then be aware of the energy field. All just settling again. And little gold bandages whizzing around you gently. And just know that they'll settle completely, given time. Some of you may be aware of little gold and white lights going on around your head from time to time, and that'll continue for the rest of the day. There may be some pink and lights as well. Okay. So on the count of 3, just let your awareness change. And allow yourself to be more conscious of the room again, and of your surroundings, and of your own body. 1, bringing yourself back. 2, just allowing yourself to reconnect with where you're sitting. And 3, open your eyes and have a good stretch. And thank you and enjoy your day. That's it.